What if I told you that chasing money is the fastest way to lose it? Yes, you heard that right. Money doesn't run toward desperation. It runs from it. The harder you chase it blindly, the further it slips away. But when you create the right environment, when you build real value, money doesn't just arrive, it stays. Many people believe that building wealth is about luck, being born into the right family, or having powerful connections. But the truth is far more empowering. Money follows value, and value comes from solving real problems. All around the world, people are working harder than ever. Long hours, sleepless nights, physical and mental exhaustion, yet still struggling financially. Why? Because they're chasing effort, not outcomes. They believe more work equals more wealth. But wealth isn't just about effort. It's about impact. Money is simply a reward. A thank you note from the world in exchange for value delivered. The bigger the problem you solve, the more value you create. And the more value you create, the more money will naturally come your way. Think about it. The greatest companies didn't start out by asking, how can we get rich? They asked, what problem can we solve? What's missing in the world that we can fix? Uber didn't begin because someone wanted to make millions. It started because someone saw that transportation was inconvenient and unreliable. Amazon didn't explode overnight because of luck. It began by solving the simple frustration of book buying and evolved into solving countless e-commerce problems. Airbnb, born not from fortune, but from observing the pain of expensive hotel prices and offering a smarter, more flexible alternative. These companies didn't chase money, they chased solutions. And in return, money chased them. So if you truly want to attract wealth, train your eyes to see what others overlook. Listen to what people complain about. Pay attention to inefficiencies. Watch for moments of daily friction. Because every problem is a doorway, and on the other side is an opportunity waiting for someone brave enough to solve it. Stop asking, where's the money? Start asking, where is the pain? And how can I heal it? That's when everything changes. And yet, there's another reason why millions never unlock financial freedom, even when they work hard their whole lives. They simply don't understand how money works. They never learned the language of wealth. Think about it. If you can't speak the language of a country, you'll always be a tourist. Lost, dependent, vulnerable. And money works the same way. If you don't understand how money flows, grows, and multiplies, you'll always be working for it instead of making it work for you. Schools teach us algebra, chemistry, and history, but rarely do they teach us budgeting, investing, or building wealth. That's why even brilliant people with high-paying jobs often end up broke. Earning more doesn't mean keeping more, especially if you don't know how to manage it. Financial literacy isn't just nice to have. It's survival. You must learn about saving, budgeting, investing, managing debt, and building assets. Understand what separates liabilities from assets. Learn how cash flow works. Know how to make decisions based on long-term growth, not short-term gratification. The wealthiest people in the world don't just work for money, they make money work for them. They invest in stocks, real estate, businesses, and ideas that grow over time. They don't leave their money idle in a bank, slowly losing value to inflation. They activate it. Sadly, many people fear learning about money. They assume it's too complex or only for the rich. But managing money is just like learning a new sport or skill. It takes practice, patience, and repetition. Anyone can learn. Start small. Read a book. Listen to a podcast. Follow financial experts. Ask questions. Surround yourself with people who understand wealth creation. Even simple habits, like tracking expenses or investing a portion of your income, can change your future dramatically. Because money isn't just about numbers, it's about mindset. Those who view money as a tool for impact and freedom are the ones who grow it. Those who view money as scarce, complicated, or unreachable will always push it further away. Educate yourself. Learn how money moves. Make smart, consistent decisions. And over time, money won't be something you chase anymore. It will start chasing you. But let's go one step deeper. You can be strategic. You can be hardworking. You can even be brilliant, yet still fail to build wealth. Why? Because without one essential ingredient, trust, money slips through your fingers. In business and in life, trust is more valuable than cash. A company can have the best product in the world, but without trust, it will collapse. Customers buy from brands they believe in. Investors fund entrepreneurs they trust. Employees stay loyal to leaders who are honest, transparent, and fair. Trust is the invisible currency that builds real wealth. When people trust you, they open doors. They recommend you. They support your vision. And most importantly, they stay. Lose that trust, and no strategy in the world can save your business. In the previous section, we discovered that money follows trust. And trust, once broken, is nearly impossible to fully restore. You can rebuild a brand. You can recover from a financial loss. But a single lie, a dishonest deal, or a broken promise, that can undo years of credibility in a heartbeat. That's why integrity is one of the most powerful traits of truly successful and wealthy individuals. It's not just about what you say, it's about what you consistently do. Integrity doesn't shout, it shows. It shows in your reliability, in how you follow through, in the promises you keep, not just the ones you make. If you say you'll deliver, do it. If you promise a result, work until it happens. If you're running a business, don't chase quick profits. Build long-term relationships by putting the customer first. People notice patterns. They notice when someone is dependable. And naturally, they want to partner, buy from, or invest in people they trust. Because in a world full of empty promises, consistency is rare and incredibly valuable. Now let's talk about something most people dread: failure. Failure is uncomfortable. It stings, it's discouraging, but it's also necessary. Because here's the truth that many overlook. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a vital part of it. Every successful person on this planet has failed. Some failed once, most failed dozens of times, and a few failed hundreds. But what separates them from the rest? How they respond to that failure? Most people treat failure as a personal verdict. I guess I'm not good enough. I guess I'm not meant for this. But that mindset, that false identity, is the real failure. Because failure is not who you are, it's simply what happened. Think of failure like feedback. It's the world saying, try another way. It's a signal that one method didn't work. Not that you don't work. The biggest mistake you can make? Letting failure define you instead of using it to refine you. History is full of examples. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination. Steve Jobs was removed from the very company he founded. But none of them let failure be the final chapter. They adapted, they evolved, they kept going. And the world is better because of it. Imagine what we'd have missed if they had given up. So, when failure hits, and it will, don't waste time sulking or blaming the world. Reflect, analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and move forward with more wisdom than before. Every failure contains a lesson, but only if you're willing to learn. If you let failure break you, you'll never rise to your full potential. But if you allow it to shape you, you'll become someone far stronger than before. One of the most dangerous traps is taking failure personally. A failed business doesn't mean you are a failure. A rejected idea doesn't mean you're not creative. A missed opportunity doesn't mean you won't get another. Separate failure from your identity. Don't wear it like a label. Instead, treat it like a teacher, one that's often harsh, but always honest. The most successful people, they don't avoid failure. They expect it. They see it as a stepping stone, a necessary detour. They don't complain when things go wrong. They recalibrate and try again. And here's something most people underestimate. Your environment plays a huge role in how you respond to failure and success. Your circle, the people you spend time with, directly shapes your mindset, your habits, and your results. If you're constantly surrounded by 5 smart, driven, financially successful individuals, you'll eventually become the 6th. Their energy rubs off on you. Their habits influence yours. Their standards become your expectations. But if your inner circle is made up of people who are always negative, always complaining, always making excuses, guess what happens? You become the 6th of them too. It doesn't happen overnight, but slowly, their doubts become your doubts. Their fears become your fears. Their limitations become your comfort zone. And even if you have massive dreams, their small thinking will shrink your vision. Their "you can't do it" will become your inner voice, and before long, you'll start believing them. That's why so many people never reach their potential. Not because they lack talent, not because they're lazy, but because they're swimming in the wrong pool. If you're constantly surrounded by people who settle, you'll start to settle too. But if you place yourself in the presence of doers, at people who dream big, take action, and grow through failure, your entire mindset changes. Suddenly, your excuses don't hold up. Your limitations get challenged. You begin to see what's possible. Talk regularly with entrepreneurs, and you'll start seeing opportunities. Learn from investors, and you'll start spotting patterns others miss. Surround yourself with those who are financially literate, and your thinking will expand in powerful new directions. Being around the right people doesn't just motivate you, it reshapes you. Because when your conversations shift, your beliefs shift. And when your beliefs shift, your life follows. In the previous section, we explored how your environment, the people around you, can either lift you towards success or silently pull you away from it. But here's the part many people overlook. Your circle isn't just about your friends. It includes your family, your co-workers, your business partners, and yes, even the media you consume every day. If you spend hours each week absorbing negative news, scrolling through toxic social media, or numbing your mind with meaningless entertainment, you're not just wasting time. You're shaping your mindset in ways you may not even realize. Think of your mind like a garden. What you feed it will grow. If you feed it negativity, drama, and fear, don't be surprised when self-doubt and confusion start taking root. But if you nourish it with inspiration, knowledge, and financial intelligence, you'll begin to grow confidence, clarity, and vision. You have a choice. You can surround yourself with noise or with nourishment. Building the right circle, the right environment, doesn't happen by accident. It takes intentional effort. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for successful individuals to notice them. But that's not how it works in the real world. You have to be proactive. You have to seek them out. You have to put yourself in rooms where growth is happening. Attend seminars. Join online communities. Go to workshops. Reach out to potential mentors. Connect with people who are already where you want to go. Be humble enough to listen, brave enough to ask, and wise enough to offer value in return. Because the right people won't just give you advice. They'll open doors you didn't even know existed. They'll challenge your thinking, refine your strategies, and introduce you to opportunities that can transform your entire life. And this brings us to a crucial truth. Attracting money and success is not just about working harder. It's about working smarter. And a huge part of working smarter is choosing your environment wisely. If you ever feel stuck in life, like you're working hard but not moving forward, take a hard look around you. Who are you spending time with? Are they lifting you up or slowly dragging you down? If your circle is full of people who complain constantly, blame others for their problems, and have no ambition to grow, you'll eventually absorb that mindset. It's subtle but powerful. Over time, their limiting beliefs become yours. Their fears become your hesitations. Their doubts become your ceiling. And even if you have massive dreams, their energy will shrink them. But when you're surrounded by people who think big, who take action, who talk about ideas instead of people, your mindset expands. You start to believe more is possible. You work harder, not out of fear, but out of inspiration. You take bolder steps because you're no longer walking alone. It's not just about networking. It's about intentionally placing yourself in an environment where success is normal, ambition is encouraged, and action is expected. When you have conversations with financially literate people, you learn how to multiply your money. When you spend time with entrepreneurs, you begin to see problems as opportunities. When you engage with investors, you start thinking long-term instead of paycheck to paycheck. Everything changes, not just externally, but internally. Remember, success is not just about what you do. It's about who you do it with. If you surround yourself with winners, people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you, success and money become a byproduct of your environment. Because money doesn't come to those who sit and wait. It comes to those who take action. Not reckless action, strategic action. So if you want to attract wealth, stop running after it blindly. Instead, focus on building something of real value. Master the basics of financial intelligence. Earn trust through integrity. Embrace failure as a teacher. And most importantly, build your circle wisely. Because the people around you will shape the person you become. Do these things consistently and intentionally, and something incredible will happen. You'll stop chasing money, and money will start chasing you. Thank you.